This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. And welcome to my video going and breaking down all the announcements from Star Wars Celebration. And it's really what I think of all of them. There's a lot to go through, so I'm going to be going day by day, roughly about how I saw them being announced. And to start off with the Mandalorian and Grogu, I'm excited for it. The trailer I totally didn't see, definitely didn't look amazing, because I totally didn't manage to find a place that was put online. So, yeah, I really wish I could have seen an incredible trailer with, them attacking the AT-AT, Grow to the Hut, and, well, really everything else. But sadly, I wasn't able to see it. Now, moving on to just really everything else about the movie. Yeah, I'm excited to see it next year. Definitely think it's going to be interesting. Maybe not the movie I would have chose to return Star Wars to theaters, but still it's going to be interesting, and they chose a big character name of Grogu to go and get people to go and buy tickets to the movie because there's a lot of people who are going to buy tickets just to see Grogu. So it's also interesting that this is coming out within the same month as Avengers Doomsday. But now continuing on, we have our next pretty big and interesting reveal, which is the next Star Wars movie after that will be Star Wars Starfighter. And I am curious to see if that means that the Rogue Squadron movie has been canceled because this sounds like a very similar concept. We know that it's being done by Sean Levy, who did Deadpool and Wolverine, and Ryan Gosling is going to be starring in it. So it's going to be interesting to see that. I am excited, but I don't know. It's going to be weird because it's going to be set after the sequels, and well, one, we're going to be seeing what the new galactic government is most likely. If it's going to be the newer Republic, maybe even they do the Galactic Alliance from the EU, or maybe they have something else set up as a form of government. I also wonder who the villain would be and who they'd be fighting against. And while I think it'd be really cool to go see new fighters and everything, let's be honest, they're going to go with X-Wings and TIE Fighters because that's what's going to go and make people feel nostalgic. Would love to see something a little more advanced. Maybe use E-Wings from Ahsoka or the original like Legends books, or they could go with other interesting stuff. They could create completely new fighters, which would be honestly just really cool, but I'm gonna be honest, I highly, highly doubt that they're gonna do that. Now moving on to more of the just the general stuff that I'm thinking about the Starfighter movie. It's gonna be cool, but I don't really know what it's gonna be about too much. I think we do need to see a trailer to be able to properly go and give this hype, but it could be really interesting. There's a good chance someone like Poe will appear in it, although unlikely. I would love to see Wedge Antilles appear because of him just being such an iconic character in all the X-Wing novels, and him just being just really really awesome. I do wonder if the character that is being played by Ryan Gosling is going to be a legacy character's child. They said it was an original character, so there's a chance he could be someone like the child of Legend Tillies or something, but I don't know. It'd be interesting to see though. Now it's time to go and move into the biggest piece of news that I'm the most excited for, and that is Maul Shadowlord. And this is honestly the most exciting of the announcements for me personally. It's just really awesome to see Sam Witwer go and get his own TV show. Maul is just an incredible character to look at, and it does seem like they are taking some stuff from George Lucas's sequel trilogy. And from the trailer, I totally didn't also see, we know that Darth Talon, or at least someone who is very much implied to be her, is going to be in this. Maul will be training her, and we're going to be seeing him go and take control of the underworld once again and rule it with an iron fist. It's going to be very interesting. It is the first Star Wars project that's truly set from a villain's perspective. If you take a look at really everything else, and I'm not talking about movies and stuff because there's been a bunch of books that have been set like that. There's Plagueis, the Bane trilogy, the Vader comics, so many other books where stuff from the villain's perspective. But this is the first TV show where it'll be truly set from it, or TV show, movie, or even video game. Because take a look at something like Force Unleashed. Yeah, you're the villain at the beginning, but you redeem yourself and become a hero when doing that. KOTOR and KOTOR 2. Yeah, technically you can't play the villain path, but that's an optional game, so you could just as easily, and it's safe from what I've heard more commonly, just go down the good path. And just going through with everything else, there's Battlefront 2, which is, of course, one of those twists where you go and become a good guy. There is Star Wars Squadrons, where you have half the campaign focused as an Imperial, but with that, really it is only half of it, and you don't really get to see them be too successful since all their accomplishments are undone by the New Republic. And then just going through everything else, you could someone was gonna say, "Oh, the Acolyte was from the villain's perspective," but the main character of that was Osha, and she doesn't become a villain until the last episode because, well, that show was just the absolute worst, and I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. And yeah, just going through it, I am really, really excited for this. They said they were gonna be taking some stuff from canceled Lucas projects, so I'm assuming we'll get a good amount of stuff from either 1313 or not 1313. There was a video game, Star Wars Underworld, and the sequel, the original Lucas sequel trilogy. I'm really interested in that and really excited to see it. One of the things I kind of do hope to see, it'd be really just awesome to see, is to have Maul fight Vader. But yeah, for now we're going to be seeing him going up against Inquisitors, and most likely see him kill Marok, who was in Ahsoka, and then brought back from the dead by Night Sisters magic. So I'm interested to see what happens there. But yeah, honestly, just going through, honestly, just really everything is that I really am excited for this. Now to move on to some of the other stuff they talked about. There's a few novels that were announced. Nothing really that interested me besides the Vader one. I don't really care about the High Republic at all. And the other one they talked about was, I think it was just the High Republic ones. Oh, the Acolyte one. I don't care about that at all either. So don't really care about those two. The Revenge of the Sith 20th Anniversary Edition. I know it's cool, but I don't know if I'm willing to pay $60 for that. We'll see if I see it in a bookstore. I'll take a look at it. And then there was some cool action figures revealed, but I'm not really going to talk about those too much. Besides the fact that you're going to get an absolute legend like Turgle, and that's really all I have to say about that stuff. Moving on to the next day's information. There was some stuff talked about Andor, but it's really nothing too new besides the fact that an episode has been shown there. I have not seen anything about that episode, and I'm not really joking about that. I don't want to see any spoilers for Andor, which releases tonight, and I'm really excited for. So, yeah, I didn't really want to spoil anything for that, so I'm not going to talk too much about the Andor stuff. Ooh, but Ahsoka season 2 with some exciting stuff. We get our official confirmation and first look at the concept art for the new Balin Skull since the actor did pass away. I think it looks pretty good. I do hope the performance manages to hold up to his in season one because he was easily one of the best parts of that season. And going through some of the other stuff, Anakin is going to be returning, and I'm excited for that. And then um, probably the most exciting thing in terms of so that's going to have some really big impact on the greater universe is they're all going to be showing what Thrawn is up to, and we're going to get to see Thrawn battle Admiral Akbar. I am super excited. I'm really excited to see Akbar because they really haven't done anything with him besides kill him in The Last Jedi, so really excited to see that. Both of them fought in the Thrawn trilogy from Timothy Zahn, the original one, and really excited to see them go and do this. But yeah, honestly, I'm excited for Ahsoka season two. I enjoyed season one, and honestly, I really am excited with all this information that they went and revealed. But yeah, I think that's really a good amount of information from day two to go about. Besides Star Wars Zero Company, the game honestly it looks fun. It's set during the Clone Wars, and everything about it looks interesting. I will probably get it and try it out. I I'm not curious to how they do it though because I haven't played too many of those. I played a little bit of Empire at War, but I haven't played too much of it. I do want to try and get to a little more, but I really haven't had too much time, and I'm currently working on trying to play Indiana Jones. And maybe there'll be another one of those streams later today as I get ready for Andor, but we'll see about that. All depends on the time I have. But just coming through Zero Company, it looks like it's gonna be a fun game. They're gonna be doing more small covert ops, and I should see just uh just how it's done because I feel like there could be some really fun missions. I think that the most fun one they could do is have the final mission be you trying to survive through Order 66. That would honestly just be would be really interesting, and maybe even have a good and bad ending, which could make things also interesting in another way. But yeah, just really going through it. Excited to go, and I'm excited to get this game eventually. I don't know if it'll be a immediate purchase for me, but it'll be an eventual one. It sounds fun, and hopefully it is a little cheaper because it doesn't sound like it's the biggest game ever. But yeah, going into the final day, really only information I saw was mainly stuff about Star Wars Visions, and that the next one is going to be in I think it was Los Angeles. So I don't know, maybe I'm not sure if I'll go to that one. I might, but I'm really not sure. I'll just see what my what things are like in 2 years when it happens. But yeah, honestly, I did have fun when I went to the Chicago one, but I don't know. It's Los Angeles is a lot farther away than Chicago is, so I would have to look at that when information comes out, and probably in about a year and a half. But for everything really, Visions, it's something that I mean I enjoy it, but it's not my favorite thing ever. It's be interesting that they have the Ninth Jedi turned into a full series, and I will check that out. Also check out Vision Season 3 that comes out later this year. And yeah, honestly, everything from Celebration was interesting. I'm excited to see some of these projects, especially, well, I'm really excited for Andor Season 2, but that's literally later today from when this is coming out, so I haven't let wait too long for that. But the stuff that's coming out, probably most excited for the Maul one. That'll be followed by announced stuff. Ahsoka Season 2, then Mandalorian and Grogu, then Starfighter. But yeah, honestly, I like it all. I think that, well, one, Mandalorian and Grogu should have a better name. And especially, I think Starfighter needs a more non-generic name. Feel like they could just have way more fun, creative names that they just really don't for these. But yeah, honestly, besides that, I'm totally excited for what's been announced. Yeah, is there a possibility it could go bad? Yeah, but it's it's something I don't want to be thinking about. Oh, also, Rebuild the Galaxy is coming later this year for season 2, and assuming they have the original cast in it, then we could see Ashley Eckstein and Mark Hamill in the same episode of something, playing Ahsoka and Luke Skywalker. And Darth Jar Jar is going to be returning, so that's going to be interesting. And I don't play Fortnite, so I'm not really going to talk about the Darth Jar Jar in Fortnite. Besides the fact that it's just insane that they're going so in depth with Darth Jar Jar. But yeah, honestly, I did have some interesting information. I did enjoy being able to see everything about it, and honestly, I'm excited for everything that's going to happen with Star Wars. Again, what's thing I'm excited for is Andor, and I can't wait to see that later today. And I want to know what you think. Please leave me in the comments, and I'll see you next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.